We have arrived here at Nar's Peak and Thor's Combe, and we found another dwarf marker. Yay! Now let's head inside. Wow, we do have a quest ring with Cornier. That is for the to Dunland quest. Instead, we need to, looks like, speak with Nar here. Hello there.
Huh? Who's there? Who is it? Huh?
The soup is cold, Hervin. The soup is cold. Set it atop the fire. Yes. Yes. 3 and 20. Yeah? Okay. Anything I can do for you? Well, I'll have to find out what's wrong with them. Your friend doesn't seem to be very well. Yeah.
Welcome to Zutrakan, traveler. I should apologize for old Nar.
Yeah, he is very old. I know not now how old he is, and his mind wanders. He has experienced a great deal of hardship and pain, but he has remained there while all others have left him. All save Frithgeir, that is. Yeah, I've come to ask about Wadu. Do you know anything about him? Yes, the Dunlanding. He came to speak with the Nar some time ago. Nar was more aware that night than he usually is, so I marked the visit. The two ventured into the mine beneath the halls. I'm sorry, but I do not remember anything else peculiar about the visit. There is a brew that I can make of several ingredients found throughout Thor's Combe. The vapors of the brew seem to make Nar more aware of his surroundings. If you bring me these ingredients, the brew may allow you to speak with Nar directly. I will need several handfuls of Hulur's herb, some Nijam Mujdu flowers, and the variety of nut called Kibaloos. Take this list of ingredients, and there they can be found. You're pulling my leg on those names, aren't you? Just saying. Must be pulling my leg. We will begin with the Kibulawas, and for that we need to deal with a couple of these Dunlanding soldiers that seem to resist my attacks. But unfortunately, my cat there is irresistible, so therefore all is well, right? Hey, how about lightning? Good. So this is the bit that's going to be quick to complete. There's the last one. Done with that. Alright. Now, I believe the next set is here in the village. Now, this looks like a Dragluth guard, so is he within the village then? Yes, it is! There you go, remember to use that. I have to remember to use the right skills. I've been playing my burglar earlier. So if I start calling Blinding Flash Riddle, you know the reason. Now you notice not all of them drop it. So there's the percentage chance on that. Okay, 3. So I start to try to go into... Oh, fortunately, there is no real issue of a chance of my accidentally going into stealth, since lore masters don't have Okay, how did that one even see me? I mean, really? Really? Okay. I was a bit surprised by that one because he seemed to have a long link. Maybe it's the signatures have a larger range of linkage because they're the commanders and everyone comes to help them or something like that. That at least is a plausible reason for something like that to happen because it certainly weren't close enough. And I do know that different mobs do have different ranges for either linking or detecting links or anything like that. So let's see. Take care of that, and we should be done pretty soon. Not if I do that. And there you go. That is 6 of 6. So we'll just deal with this guy, and we can head out for that lake where we need to get the Najamui. Is he Mouge du flowers, or is it? How I keep on forgetting how Tolkien uses the J, which might be a good thing to remember considering how different that letter gets pronounced in different parts of history, and thus, well, for English, different parts of history. For and for and for Latin-based languages, different parts in history. Modern English, yeah, definitely. I guess today you would say by different languages. So whether it's a j as in English or if it's a y as in German, it could make a bit of a difference there. So I think Tolkien uses a Y for a Y sound. Oh, I am gonna see. Run to enough things and you start to muddle them all together. Just listening to Corey Olsen when he was talking about the parts of doing Mallory's version of English, which is between Chaucer and Shakespeare, and he's been really doing stuff in Chaucer lately. So therefore, as a result of this, his Mallory is like, now how do you say that? So he keeps on adding those E's at the end of words, pronouncing the E's at the end of words. Because that's what you would do in Chaucer. But in Mallory, you don't pronounce the E's at the end of words. You'd pronounce the E's much as you would in modern English. So, but there are other parts that are closer to Chaucer's English. So therefore, you can't pronounce it like you pronounce modern English. You can't pronounce it like this. So if you've been really in practice lately for Chaucer, you have trouble with Mallory. Unless you can really keep track of them all at the same time, which I suppose is probably a reason why you have people who specialize in one or the other, because it can get difficult. Ah, here's the lake up ahead. And it looks like that, as far as I can tell, there is no J in Sindarin. And no J sound either. And a Y is a vowel. It's like so that's a double. Okay, that leaves out both of them then? Well, I have to go then that, of course, we're in Dunland here, and sometimes they use things not based on Sindarin or anything like this, but instead based on Welsh. So even though some people say, well, in Tolkien you always pronounce things with a, oops, you'll always say this in a particular way. It's like, that's right, we're talking not Sindarin here, but probably a Welsh pronunciation guide would be more useful. And in Welsh, I guess it'd be Ninyam Mudu. See, Mian Mudu? Something like that. I don't know. Actually, probably not. Probably nowhere near that because, well, I don't speak Welsh, and just picking up a dictionary and trying to pronounce Welsh, I heard, is a... Ooh. Is probably an exercise in futility. So therefore I'll have to say that I'll have to pass on this. So I'm just going to say Naya Muidu and hope that that is close enough to what the proper pronunciation would be. And besides, it's possible that the developers of the game simplified some words or something like that to make it so that there is some hope in the world that someone who speaks English has some possibility of someday coming close, but perhaps not perfectly, into pronouncing what the word may be. Or some people say, I didn't know, I didn't realize I never got the fourth one of those. Oh boy, that would have been really disappointing if I got all the way up there and said, what do you mean I never got the fourth cube? Oh boy. Well then, let's get back up to Nars Peak before I fight every single Dunlanding in the area. Here are the ingredients.
Ah, you have the ingredients. Good.
I'll be making the brew in just a moment.
I will set about making the brew, if you do not mind waiting.
Let me know if that's fine. I suppose that'll be fine. So let us go and see about this brew.
While Frithger prepares the brew that will restore the sense of our host, an ancient dwarf who has lived long and seen much, our company decides what should next be done.
Hello there, Frithger. Here. The water is boiling already, and now I will add the ingredients you collected. The odor will be quite pungent, so perhaps you should speak with the rest of your friends that have come to Zuldgrund while it steeps. The odor is rather unpleasant, though I find that it does clear the cobwebs away when I am feeling under the weather. Alright, so therefore it's nice for clearing your mind too, not just Nars. Ah, hello there, Eladon. Why did you come? So many books, Pine Wolf, and none of them taken when Nars people left him. It puzzles me. It is clear that many dwarves once lived here, but where they have gone and why is a mystery. I suspect that even Frithger's brew will not clear Nars' mind sufficiently for him to provide us with the answers we seek. Where they went. Thor's Coombe. I will say that the person who will know where they went would be someone who knew Thorn Oakenshield. Right? So one of his company, maybe Dwalin from the Thorn's Gate will know. Hello there, Coroner. I do not know what to make of this dwarf, Pine Wolf. Where did all of his people go? Why would they leave him behind? And what could he have seen that might leave him so addled? Frithgar seems to be kind-hearted, and it seems to me that Nar would be hard-pressed to survive here for any period of time without him. But there's something not quite right about these two. And then finally, we have Calanglad here. We are a long way from Evendim, Pine Wolf. I wonder how our friends are managing in our absence. I understand why we have taken this brief excursion into the hills, for if Nona is satisfied by what we learn here, our dealings with the Ukluth should be made easier. But what can we really learn from this dwarf? He does not seem even to notice us. Well, that is a bit of a problem. And your opinion? My lord, why did you go in? Why did you not listen to your faithful servant? Of course, that's from Nar probably talking to... Would have been Thor? Or would have been Thor's father? It would have been someone in Thorn's lineage, I believe, that would have been in there, because Nar went him to the gates of Moria, and the king went in there against the advice of Nar. It's all complicated. It's in the appendices. I have been listening to Nar's ramblings, Pine Wolf, and I have managed to piece together some of his history. I believe he was once the servant of, or friend of Thor, grandfather of Thorin Oakenshield, and that this was one of their homes in exile. Bingo! That's the answer. Thor did not return to Erebor, but it seems to me he made another journey, and Nar accompanied him. From his words, I believe they came into danger, and, well, of course, that danger was Moria. Oh, someone approaches. You, Dwarf! Where's the leader of this place? I demand to speak with him. Bring a spare mug, Hervane. Do you mock me? Pine Wolf, what is going on here? Well, Nona, that's a bit of a long story. Nona listens impatiently to explain about the situation in Zugrund. I want answers for myself. My brother was changed after he came here, and this Nar knows why. He will tell me why, or it will go badly for him. Well... What did you say to my brother Wadu when he came here? Wadu? Aye, he was a brave dwarf. My brother was not a dwarf! Nar, it is ready. I have this for you. Alright, and now he'll quaff the mug. Or quaff the drink in the mug, I guess is more accurate. This is strong-smelling stuff, is it not? To your health! You needed a cauldron to brew that? Ooh! Who are you? When did you come here? Tell me what you said to my brother. Tell me what you said to Wadu. Wadu. I know that name. We went to the Fatherlode, where rang the sound of hundreds of dwarf hammers, far below Zodrugund. It is curious. I remember walking with Wadu among the great turning water wheels of the old father, but I have not seen him since. He is still not down there, is he? I'm afraid he's been killed. Ah, that's a shame. He was most brave, wasn't he? I can take you to the mine, if you like. And we'll head down into the mines in the next episode of Piney Plays The Lore Master.